a prophet. The strongest case for Jesus as the prophet is that of him being the prophet like unto Moses. There is nothing in the office of a prophet that suggests divinity. Hence, Moses was a prophet even though he was a human being. Let us extrapolate some key characteristics from the prophet like unto Moses to see whether Jesus as a prophet proves he was not divine. Deuteronomy 18 from 14 to 15. For those nations which thou shalt possess hearken unto observers of times and unto diviners. But as for thee, the Lord thy God hath not suffered thee to do so. The Lord thy God will raise up unto thee a prophet from the midst of thee, of thy brethren like unto me. Unto him ye shall hearken. Deuteronomy 18 verse 18. I will raise them up a prophet from among their brethren like unto thee, and will put my words in his mouth, and he shall speak unto them all that I shall command him. Deuteronomy 34 verse 10. And there arose not a prophet since in Israel like unto Moses, whom the Lord knew face to face. God did not only command Israel not to seek after practices of the land they were about to occupy, but offer a solution for Israel in the absence of Moses. You will remember that when Moses went up the mountain, Israel automatically wanted something that will connect them to God, which Aaron then made a golden calf to bow down to. God saw that this will go back to foreign practices should Moses die. God then promised a prophet that he will rise. According to Deuteronomy 34, verse 10 and 12, like Moses, this prophet will move in signs and wonders. As Moses led Israel free from the bondage of Egypt, so will this prophet do. Moses brought salvation to Israel, so will this prophet do. Egypt symbolizes the world system. When Adam sinned in Genesis 3, humanity was subjected to a system called the fall. Everyone born after the fall of Adam was automatically subjected into this system, whose result was bondage to sin, corruption, and all kinds of evil and injustices. Jesus came into this world to deliver us from this system. Like Moses, he led us into the promised land. He broke the grip of Satan over our lives by taking upon himself the punishment of our sins. Miracles were a sign that Jesus was the promised prophet. John 16 verse 14 says, Then those men, when they had seen the miracle that Jesus did, said, This is of a truth, that prophet that should come into the world. The Jewish people in Jerusalem had killed Jesus, but they had not known that he was their Messiah. They did not expect their Messiah to suffer. Jesus' death on the cross was one part in God's purpose. After Peter's message in Acts 3 verse 22, they realized that they did a terrible thing, and they declared, For Moses truly said unto the fathers, A prophet shall the Lord your God rise up unto you of your brethren, like unto me. Him shall ye hear in all things, whatsoever he shall say unto you. Acts 7 verse 37. Stephen attests to this and said, This is that Moses which said unto the children of Israel, A prophet shall the Lord your God rise up unto you of your brethren, like unto me, him shall ye hear. John 8 verse 26. Not only that, Moses operated as God's mouthpiece. He revealed the hidden plans of God concerning Israel. Israel relied on him for knowledge, and so did Jesus in John 8 verse 26. He said, I have many things to say and to judge of you, but he that sent me is true, and I speak to the world those things which I have heard of him. For I have not spoken of myself, but the Father which sent me. He gave me a commandment, what I should say and what I should speak. And I know that his commandment is life everlasting. Whatsoever I speak thereof, whether as the Father said unto me, so I speak. John 12 verse 49 to 50. Jesus said unto him, Have I been so long time with you, and ye has not known me, Philip? He that has seen me has seen the Father. And how sayest thou then, Show us the Father? Believest thou not that I am in the Father, and the Father in me? The word that I speak unto you, I speak not of myself, but the Father that dwelleth in me, he doeth the works. John 14 verse 9 to 10. Now John 1 verse 18. No one has seen God at any time. the only begotten God who is in the bosom of the Father, he has explained him. John 8 verse 16 to 18. But even if I do judge, my judgment is true. For I am not alone in it, but I and the Father who sent me. Even in your law it has been written that the testimony of two men is true. I and he who testifies about myself, and the Father who sent me testifies about me. So Moses the prophet shadows Jesus to a certain extent. Just as he was to be like a god in Egypt and exercise the authority God gave him, Jesus is God over creation to exercise his dominion and lordship. Hebrews 3 verse 2 to 3. He was faithful to him who appointed him, as Moses also was in all his house. For he has been counted worthy of more glory than Moses, but just so much as the builder of the house has more honor than the house. Hebrews 3 verse 5 to 6. Now Moses was faithful in all his house as a servant, for a testimony of those things which were to be spoken later, but Christ was faithful as a son over his house, whose house we are, if we hold fast our confidence and the boost of our hope firm until the end.